like this guy here. I pull into, last time I did this, I pulled into Sunoco after dropping my son off, and right here in the same exact spot was a one from with plates from Virginia. Now that's a really nice Audi with Michigan plates, and the same exact thing. They did the same exact thing. You didn't see them come out of the store. You didn't see them getting gas. They were already waiting at that one spot with a car with out-of-state plates, right? And whenever after I pulled in and started recording, then they took off. Same exact thing happened. Now that could be a coincidence. Could absolutely be a coincidence. Go ahead, buddy. That guy's looking at me, waiting for me to go or something. I'm not going. I'm pulling into the gas pump, buddy. He's like peeking back around at me for some reason. He was already here. Oh, now he's going to get out. Okay. What the hell was he peeking at then if he's getting gas? That's strange, isn't it? He was looking back at me to see what I was doing, but now he's going to get out and do stuff, right? Huh. Isn't that something? I just think it's funny that I could, no matter where I go, I can. These fucking weirdos are fucking everywhere, man. It don't matter. That suggests that there are fucking tons of them, right? ZNP0795. It's a nice truck. Watch, he's gonna fucking come out and come running now. It's the guy sitting in his passenger seat. In fact, I'm not sure who the guy is in the passenger seat. Kind of looked like little Mikey Ramat. Works for the sheriff's office. Like, there's parking spots, so technically they should park. Oh, look, hey, look. Guess what? There he is. Look, did he buy anything? Nope. Didn't buy anything, did he? Isn't that funny? He had to go in there, but he didn't buy anything. Okay. And it was only after I come out of the store that he was gonna come out and then go to leave. I was getting ready to leave, and he was looking at me, waiting for me to see what I was gonna do, right? And then, um, whenever I stopped and was recording, then he jumped out and ran in the store. You know, it's like, well, what are you doing, dude? It begs the question: why was he even looking back at me? You know, if he was pulling out, I can see why he was looking back at me to see what I was doing. You know, so we don't have a collision. But if he was stopping there to go in the store for something, why would he even look back at me? And then, just like all these people do, they go into the store and they come out with nothing. You know, when you go to the grocery store, and every time you go to the grocery store, you can count two or three people in a 5 minute period that show up, go in and out of the store with nothing. They don't come out with any groceries, right? And you can do that every time. Every time you go to the grocery store, people that you believe to be perps too, specific people, right? Why does somebody go in the grocery store? What services do they offer other than groceries, right? They don't. They used to sell money orders in there. I don't think they do anymore. So what? You can go in and buy a lottery ticket. But you can do that at Sheetz. You can do that at Orford. You can do that at any store. It's not typical that people would go to the grocery store to go in and buy a lottery ticket, or cigarettes for that matter. You know, they have them there, but you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. when multiple people go in and out of the grocery store without ever buying anything. Just like that guy there. He came in and out of that store real quick, right? Didn't get any gas, didn't have any items in his hand, didn't have a bag. Yeah, of course, he could have bought a lottery ticket or something, you know? But this shit's crazy. But look at that sky. That is fucking cool as hell. Hey, look, out of state plates. Again, I noticed another one, another Audi with out of state plates drive by. I didn't even mention it, but that is one cool, badass looking sky. I just wonder what is that? All that fucking haze. That car's been there the entire time I was here. I like just sitting and observing people, see what they're gonna do. So, like that woman there, she got gas and she went in and she comes out with a bag of stuff. So I wouldn't say she's a perp. No, I don't think she's a perp. Not at all. I think she's a normal person doing what normal people do when they go to the store. But when you see the majority of people doing things that are not typical, that leave no explanation. Yeah, he had a funky plate on his truck. But anyway, when you see people doing stuff that's not typical at all, then you start asking questions. You start pointing, hey, look at that. There's the popo. You start pointing it out. He was on the radio too. You start noticing these things and you start calling them out. That doesn't make you crazy. It just means that you're aware. It means that you're awake. You're not a fucking zombie like most of society is. Hey, there's Massachusetts. There's another one, Ohio. Okay, you got Massachusetts and Ohio sitting right there. Two white cars right on Main Street. You know, is this just a cool place to be? Everybody from out of state is coming here on a fucking Sunday morning to park on Main Street in Evansburg. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And they're all out of state plates. They're all like different plates too. They're all different. Now I did have a, a larger number of Virginia plates there for a long time. I see nothing but Virginia plates. That has slowed down. I don't see the majority of Virginia plates anymore. I'm seeing just a lot of different ones, all kinds of different ones. Massachusetts, Michigan, Ohio. They all seem to be the license plates that are just white, right? Most states don't have license plates that are just white. So what are the odds that all the out-of-state plates that I see all just happen to be the white ones, right? They're the white ones, and they're in white vehicles. Yeah, they're all in white vehicles with white plates. Okay. Now, I don't think that this is necessarily a psychological MK Ultra program at all. I think this is part of an experiment, right? Research and development. They need to gather data, right? For top secret military technology, right? That they're working out the kinks with. Okay? This is my theory. My theory is that they have technology that can grab your brain data. I believe our phones are doing it. I'm going to make the claim that my phone is grabbing my brain data, Okay? all the time in real time. So all they need to do, right? They have access to this data. They just need to figure out what it means, right? So if they can put something in front of you, okay, something that's very specific, that's undeniable, like a certain color, right? A certain color or a certain sound, right? Like sirens. You know how they always make weird noises? They do directed conversations, right? They do street theater with certain situations, right? That are unmistakable from anything else, indistinguishable. If you see an ambulance or a first responder, right, or you see a vehicle accident, and traffic lights, red and blue, whatever. If you see that, it's pretty hard to mistaken that situation for, like, say, I don't know, like a circus or some clowns or, like, you know what I mean? It's pretty easy to say, okay, they were definitely thinking of this subject, or they were definitely thinking white, or they were definitely thinking Virginia, or they were definitely thinking, okay, you see what I'm saying? And that's why I think people have you know, mistakenly made the claim that they're being gang stalked by white cars and gang stalked by red cars, and it's a MK Ultra top secret manipulation, to harass the target, because that seems like it's pretty excessive. It's pretty, you know, that's some extreme lengths that people are going to, with a lot of money spent and coordination just to possibly harass a target that doesn't fucking matter to them whatsoever. They don't give a shit. I'm not. What am I? I don't have any secret information. I'm not. What the fuck am I? Why would they do all of this just to piss me off and harass me? Right? Exactly. I agree. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So why are they doing it? So I'm forced to explore other possibilities, right? And all I can do is make hypotheses, right? And then test my hypotheses, and see if those theories, um, you know, if they fit with everything that's going on, right? If I can imagine a possible scenario that explains a motive, explains all of the very weird fucking activity that all TIs report. You got to remember that. How many people that have no idea each other exists, that don't know each other, are in completely separate environments, right? They like different things. They're not, they're separate from, totally different. There's nothing that links these people together. No common denominators at all, except for the fact that they're all making the same claims. All of these people, right, individually making claims that are so very similar. Okay, that's important. It's very important, and I can't understand how so many people dismiss that one key observation. That one key observation should prevent anyone from dismissing this as mental illness. Okay, I can't imagine a mental illness, right? It's going to cause a bunch of people uh, to make the same exact claims. For example, that they're being stalked by certain colored cars and by fake bird noises, for instance, right? Because those are pretty specific things, aren't they? But when and planes flying directly overhead, over top of the target, right? Single engine Cessnas, they're private aircraft every time, and they're flying directly over the target when they walk out the door. So, yes, it could be coincidences. Could be, yeah. But it seems so far fetched that many coincidences would happen to people who all felt the need to put it out there. They felt the need to actually take the risk of people thinking they're crazy and actually say out loud online, hey, look, I'm experiencing this and I don't know why, right? Because there's another factor you have to take into consideration is that it takes a lot. This is my perspective, is it takes a lot when you go through the initial first year of this, so to speak. The first year, you realize what's going on, kind of. You learn about gang stalking, and then you do research, and you're trying to figure everything out. After a year, right, you're so confused why everything's going on, who's really behind it, what the purpose is, okay, and who you can trust, that it takes a very, very big leap, right? It takes a very big leap to make that decision to make a YouTube channel and to post your story to a bunch of strangers online just to get fucking ridiculed some more. It's a pretty, you know what I mean? That's not a common thing, okay? So when you see that many people going out of their way to do this, okay, that's got to tell you something too. You have to, you know, you have to allow a little bit of, it's safe to assume, somewhat that there's a lot more people that's experiencing this than what you see on YouTube. A lot more. I would argue that the amount of real TIs on YouTube is a tiny, tiny fraction of the amount of people that are experiencing this. And then, of course, I'd say 90% of the TIs on YouTube are fake. I believe that 100% too. Hey, look at that blue fucking Subaru. They drive past my house multiple times a day. It could be the same, a different WRX, but it's pretty specific. It's souped up. It's nice. It's not likely that two people have that same exact, souped up WRX, same color and everything in this area, and that I would pass by them like that. It's most likely that was the very same one. On a Sunday morning, they just happened to be driving on the route that I'm on, What do you know? So anyway, the gang stalking is just a cover, I think. It's a way that they can keep the targets and keep people from looking further into what's really going on. If they can just chalk it up as, oh, it's just harassment and community stalking, right? Because they did something to somebody. There's an out-of-state plate. But yeah, it's just community stalking and harassment because they did something to piss the community off, right? Well, then they're just going to let it go at that. They'll accept that explanation and then they won't look any further into it. But that doesn't explain it. I'm sorry. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's not what the main agenda is. It's not what their main motivation is. It's just a cover, I think, for the acquisition and the research and development for highly classified military technology to its synthetic telepathy, pretty much. If they can link, associate, white cars with your brain data that they collect over and over again on several occasions, right? To the level that they are able to confidently say, okay, this brain signal means he's thinking of white, the color white. It's only a matter of time. Wow, that thing had a big ass antenna on it. But then it's only a matter of time before they map your entire biometric frequency, and they can literally read your mind from the data that they're getting, that they're collecting. The frequencies that you're putting out, because we are all transmitting and receiving data at all times. Our brains are electronic devices, pretty much. There's electronic activity going on in our brains, and it puts off a signature. It puts off a measurable signature frequency. They can measure it. Okay, so you don't think that they have the devices, that the ability to detect these frequencies and these you know these data, so to speak, from say, I don't know, 2 feet away, right? About the distance that you hold your cell phone from your head. They can do it. They put a fucking one of them stupid, caps on your head with the diodes on it. That then they can read your real good. They can read your state of mind. They can see the different synapses firing in your brain and stuff. Well, wireless technology has come so far. Is it that far fetched to think that they've put that ability, that technology, in all of our phones? You've seen the different sensors that are built into your phones now, and what they can do, the different types of data that they can collect, and you have a magnetometer in there. There's all kinds of shit in there, right? So, and you've seen that intersection. I can't get through an intersection without their car showing up, right? Because they take every opportunity they can to maintain the target's attention, so they can try to create a chain of custody, so to speak, of what the target's thinking about, right? To go along with the data that they're collecting in real time. That would be the fastest way to decode the data. It's like decoding an ancient language, like cuneiform or whatever. You just got to start with one thing. If you can, identify one symbol. There's a fucking squirrel. I almost hit him. Chipmunk or a squirrel? I think it was a red squirrel, actually. A red squirrel. Seriously, a red squirrel. But if you can, why would he be eating a nut on the road like that? I mean, I've seen enough crazy shit that I can't unsee it. It's not mental illness. I've seen some shit with my own eyes of activity that animals around me have have demonstrated to suggest that they're already able to completely influence and pretty much control, a lot of different wildlife. Dogs, your pets, your dogs. Um, I believe that they can absolutely influence your dogs very, very easily, very easily. Dogs are kind of dumb and pretty easy to influence. It's not a very extensive list of things that they're probably thinking about. Dogs' lives are pretty simple, but and based on my physical activity and what I'm doing in the privacy of my home, you know, supposed to be in the privacy of my home, um, the dog's reaction, it's unrelated to me, that they're in another room. There should be no way, no reason that they are paying attention to what I'm doing or even know what I'm doing. But they always react. I can test this. You know what I mean? I can try to do something, right? And every time I try to do this thing, the dog will start trying to distract me. You know, and you can and you've seen this. Here's an intersection, right? And you've seen that fucking car right at this intersection. I okay. I've been able to do this for over 3 years. Okay, over 3 years. I cannot get through an intersection on a back road 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't matter. It could be a Wednesday at fucking 12:27 a.m. and I'll pass a fucking car at that intersection. Any intersection. Doesn't matter. Okay? So that also suggests that this is highly, highly coordinated, complex, sophisticated. Right here, yesterday on my way home, there was about 20 crows sitting right there in a circle, and there was nothing on the ground. They were having court. I don't know if you ever seen that. Crows, they've studied crows and determined that crows, um, they they have court. Okay, look here, we're at another intersection, right? Oh, look at that! Would you look at that intersection? Cars, no matter what, every time. Like his garage burned down. That sucks. I feel bad. But like I said, anybody who's come against me, I've seen something bad happen to them. That's, just not that anybody did, just bad things, acts of God, so to speak. Bad things happen to everybody that I've identified and claimed that they've come against me. This particular person, perp, I just seen him at the grocery store. He was right behind me at the grocery store yesterday. You and I was waiting to say, hey, what's up? Real nice, like, um, hey, what are you looking at? Dipshit. But yeah, this perp, look, he has FedEx trucks, right? And he just happened to be at the grocery store right behind me yesterday. Coincidence maybe, but that particular person, um, I made a video a while back asking questions, wondering why the FedEx vehicle was parked behind a tree in his yard. I didn't know whose house it was. I had no idea whose house it was, right? But somehow that person was right away knew about my video and commented on it, and it wasn't a very nice comment. Right away after that video, he commented and said, it's time to put the pipe down, you know, because I just seen the FedEx vehicle in his fucking yard. That's all. And I thought it was funny. It's, what? You take offense to that? You're the one that parked the damn FedEx vehicle behind a tree in your yard. I didn't do that. You did. And then a couple women came to my channel and they started trolling me, right? These women saying really nasty shit. But I put them in their place and they ran away with their tails tucked between their legs. But, you know, that happened, say, maybe, I don't know, about a year ago or so. And then probably right in between, about 6 months ago or something, that dude's fucking garage burned down. Right? And I could go on and on. Every single person that I claim has come against me in this fucking program or had a hand in my defamation of character and the smear campaigns, or had a hand in my any of the negative shit against me, right? Something bad has happened to them. So I don't subscribe to the whole spiritual shit. I think they do absolutely try to make the target think it's all, the boogeyman and fucking spiritual shit. And I think that was the fucking dude I was just talking about. Just walked out of the IGA right whenever I drove past. But I do believe that they try to make the target think that it's all spiritual, because what happens then? Then there's nobody to hold accountable. There's no longer anybody that you can actually hold accountable if you think it's, demons, or you think it's witchcraft, or it's the Freemasons or the Illuminati. What do you do with that? Are you gonna put these secret societies on notice? Are you gonna send them a cease and desist letter? Are you gonna report the demons to the police? You see what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do. So, that's, I believe, the purpose of manipulating the targets to think that it's all spiritual warfare, right? You hear that spiritual warfare everywhere. It's all spiritual warfare. No, it's psychological warfare is what it is. That's exactly what it is. Spiritual warfare, my ass. They're spin doctors, they're online magicians, spin doctors, and it's fucking psychological warfare. That's it, plain and simple. That's what it is. Spiritual, my ass. Psychological warfare. And this is textbook. If you look it up, you look up fucking psychological warfare tactics, and you're gonna find a bunch of shit that explains the shit that TI's claim, the TI's report. That's my cousin's ex-wife. I guess they split up, and now she's a lesbian. You can't make this shit up. Like, people are so many people are gender confused. I don't think they're gender confused. I think there's some interference. There's an outside influence influencing these people to think that, right? They're actually being. I think that they're being influenced cognitively. They're being controlled by their thoughts. You know, it's not hard. It's not hard to hack the human brain with nothing but psychological warfare tactics. With a little bit of knowledge of the tricks, you know, that they use in psychological operations. The most effective method in the military today, look it up, psychological operations, okay? It is 10 times as effective as any other method that the military has used prior to. And they learned this they learned this like on a major level in the war in Afghanistan. Is when they truly learned the power of the psychological warfare. The power to the power it had to save lives, you know, the power it had to minimize the loss. Hey, look at that. That would be my brother, who I guess doesn't have it. What are you beeping at? What are you beeping at? I have the right of way, you fucking asshole. Wow, that's how he drives? Wow, man. Wow, he needs to see a therapist or something. He needs to see a therapist or something. Did you see that? I was just pulling in and he freaking started freaking out and beeping at me and pulling out. Oh, I know. Well, I can. Do they have any yard sale here? Huh? Is it they have it every Sunday or who all brings stuff to the yard? Okay. Have they had them before? Have they had them before? I've never been. I grew up on this road here, but that's my birthday. That's my birthday. Okay. I'll remember. Better remember. I'll be here. I'll say, "What'd you get me for my birthday?" When is it? November. Okay. Until right. And February when everybody's income tax hits, and February everybody's income tax hits, and you can it'll pick back up. What time they starting it? Do you know? Okay, cool. I'll go drag my dad out of the house then. We'll stop up. Good deal. Well, okay, where's it? We're at in Duncansville. Okay, right on. See, I'm interested in some of this too. My mom's been acquiring things at the auction in Ramona every week. But the Rob Kitchens auction, my mom's been going there every week for the last couple of years, and she's been acquiring stuff to basically for her retirement to turn around and resell it, you know. And I'm running out of room to put it all. I do. I don't, but I know. I need to find a spot to start getting rid of some stuff. Uh, oh wow, that's a house size. Yeah, but, wow. Where are you guys from? Okay, okay. I was that Rob did. Okay, cool. Well, I've probably seen you up there. I've been up there a couple times. Okay. Well, you'd probably know my gram. She goes every week. Greta Kephart. Greta. Okay. Oh. Yeah, she's a character. We call her Tough Cookie. We'll see you guys in a little bit then. So yeah, so how about that? My brother is a psycho. That's not normal at all. So what was he doing there? He didn't. He got mad because I was turning down this road. No, he got mad because he's stupid, and he realized, oh shit, he's recording me. He's gonna record me driving past my dad's again. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. If there's no PFA, then there's no court order saying that he's prohibited from driving on Ashcroft Road. That's true. I'll agree. But I will make the argument that he doesn't have a purpose to drive on Ashcroft Road other than to stalk and harass my dad. Right? I'm claiming, making the claim that's why he's doing it. To stalk and harass my dad. So here I come back, and there he is, right there at the intersection. Right, can't get past an intersection without a perp. And that particular perp happened to be my brother, as close up as I've ever been able to capture him. Right, and what did he do? I had the right of way. I was making a turn onto that road, and he fucking lays on the horn and tries to hit me. He peeled out and tried to fucking hit me, dude. Like, what the fuck? And there was a witness that watched it, you know? The people I was just talking to, they saw it, the whole thing. You can't make this shit up. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there then because I gotta back this video up before it gets deleted. So be good or be good at it.